In the quiet corridors of the human heart, beneath the clamor of daily life, a profound shift is occurring. It is a whisper that is growing into a symphony, a subtle current becoming a powerful tide. For generations, we have been actors in a play scripted by the laws of struggle and scarcity. We have been taught that life is a relentless pursuit of success, of security, of love, a race against a ticking clock on a path paved with effort and sacrifice. We have learned to measure our worth by our accomplishments and our happiness by external validation. This reality, with its tangible rules and predictable consequences, has been our home, our truth, our entire world. But what if this world is not the entirety of existence, but merely a single frequency in a vast spectrum of possibilities? What if the constant striving, the feeling of being separate and small in a vast, indifferent universe, is not an immutable law, but a state of consciousness we can choose to transcend? This is not a call to abandon the world, but to perceive it through a new lens. An awakening is unfolding, a quiet revolution of consciousness that invites us to step out of the dense confines of a three-dimensional mindset and into the luminous, fluid reality of the fifth dimension. This essay is a map for that journey, a guide to understanding the mechanics of our current reality, recognizing the signs of a profound inner transformation, and consciously embracing our innate power as creators of our own experience. Part 1. The frequency we inhabit. The static of the third dimension. To embark on this journey, we must first clearly identify the frequency we are currently tuned to. The third dimension, 3D, is not a physical space, but a state of consciousness built upon the foundational belief in separation. This belief acts like static, distorting the signal and creating a reality defined by division. This illusion of separation is the master program from which all other 3D software runs. It creates the duality of me versus you, us versus them, humanity versus nature. It convinces us that we are isolated entities battling for survival in a world of finite resources. This core belief broadcasts several defining signals. The signal of linear time. On the 3D frequency, time is perceived as a rigid, one-way street. The past is a source of regret, the future a canvas for anxiety, and the present a fleeting moment we can never quite grasp. This perception traps us in a cycle of reaction, forever trying to fix what has been or control what is to come. The signal of struggle. The mantra of this channel is, no pain, no gain. We believe that our value is directly proportional to our struggle. We wear our exhaustion as a badge of honor and see relentless action as the sole engine of progress. This glorification of effort keeps us in a state of perpetual doing, often disconnected from a deeper sense of being. The signal of scarcity. When we believe we are separate, we naturally conclude that resources are out there and limited. The static of competition then fills the airwaves. We define ourselves through comparison, and another's success can trigger our own sense of lack because we believe the universal pie is only so big. Tuned to this frequency, we become passive recipients of reality. Life appears to happen to us. Our energy is consumed by managing, defending, and navigating a world we perceive as external and often hostile. We search for solutions outside ourselves, hoping a new job, a different partner, or more money will finally quiet the static within. Yet, this is a profound inversion of cause and effect. It distracts us from the truth. The tuning dial has always been in our own hands. Part 2. A clearer channel. The call of the fifth dimension. The fifth dimension, 5D, is not a distant destination. It is a frequency waiting to be accessed. It coexists with our current reality, just as a crystal-clear radio signal permeates the same space as a fuzzy, static-filled one. To shift to 5D is to consciously and deliberately turn the dial of our awareness. The foundational principle of the fifth dimension is unity. Its signal is one of pure harmony, characterized by the signal of simultaneous time. On the 5D frequency, all timelines, past, present, and future, exist as potentials in the quantum field of the eternal now. The future is not a fixed point to be reached, but a fluid set of probabilities we call into form with our present moment vibration. Creation is not a linear march, but an immediate choice of frequency. The signal of being, as creation. In 5D, the primary creative force is not action, but vibration. Your state of being, the resonant field created by your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs, is the magnetic signal you broadcast. What you are determines what you experience. Action becomes the natural, effortless effect of an established inner state, not the cause of it. The signal of abundance. When the static of separation fades, the illusion of scarcity vanishes. In a unified field, all is energy, and energy is infinite. Abundance is not something to be acquired, but a state of consciousness to be embodied. The universe is an infinitely generous system that simply mirrors our own beliefs back to us. We have all had moments where our tuner accidentally drifted onto this clearer channel. Those uncanny synchronicities, the sudden insights, the moments of profound peace and connection, these are not random. They are glimpses of a 5D reality, moments when our personal frequency briefly aligned with the universal flow. The journey of awakening is about learning to make this state of alignment not a fleeting accident, but our predominant way of life. Part 3. The Mirror of Reality. The Alchemical Art of Creation. To make this shift, we must embrace our second core metaphor. Reality is a perfect mirror. Your external world is a flawless reflection of your internal state. You cannot change the reflection by manipulating the mirror. You can only change the image by transforming yourself. This simple truth holds the key to conscious creation. 1. Changing the self. Before the mirror, feeling is the secret. This requires us to use our imagination not as a tool for escapism, but as a studio for creation. The practice, as taught by mystics like Neville Goddard, is to assume the wish fulfilled. This means defining your desire, and then, within your consciousness, fully inhabiting the emotional state of its realization. Feel the freedom of financial abundance, the warmth of true love, the vitality of perfect health, as if it were already your present reality. By sustaining this feeling, you change the image you're projecting. You're sending a new, coherent electromagnetic signature into the field. 2. Projecting a clear image, the purity of vibration. The mirror of reality is neutral. It reflects with perfect fidelity. If your internal state is conflicted, consciously wanting one thing while subconsciously fearing it, the reflection will be a life of mixed and confusing results. True creation, therefore, is also a process of self-purification. It demands that we become aware of our limiting beliefs and heal our emotional wounds. The goal is not to fight these old patterns, but to consistently choose to anchor our attention in higher frequencies like gratitude, joy, and peace. Gratitude is an especially potent frequency, for it immediately aligns you with the feeling of having received, projecting a clear image of abundance into the mirror. 3. Interacting with the reflection. Inspired action. As you hold a new, stable image of yourself, the reflection in the mirror must change to match it. This is where action is transformed. You are no longer driven by the anxious effort to make something happen. Instead, you begin to receive intuitive nudges and inspirations. This inspired action feels light, joyful, and effortless. It is the universe responding to your new frequency, arranging the path of least resistance, and co-creating the outcome with you. Part 4. The Signs of Passage. Navigating the Ascension. The process of retuning your consciousness from 3D to 5D is a profound recalibration that affects your entire being. Recognizing the following ascension symptoms as signs of growth can provide comfort and guidance on the path. Physical and energetic restructuring. Your body, the delicate biological instrument that houses your consciousness, must adapt. This can manifest as deep fatigue, changes in sleep patterns, and physical sensations as it purges dense energies and integrates more light. Heightened sensitivity. As your energetic receiver becomes more refined, you will become more sensitive to your environment. Low vibration places, foods, and interactions may become intolerable. This is your intuition guiding you toward what supports your new frequency. The Great Relationship Sort. As your frequency shifts, you will naturally move out of resonance with those who are not on a similar trajectory. This may lead to the gentle and sometimes painful drifting apart of old relationships. It is not a judgment, but a natural law of energetic alignment, making space for new, more resonant connections. Emotional clearing. Old traumas and suppressed emotions will surface for release. This is a necessary purification of your emotional body. Allowing these feelings to be felt without judgment is key to letting them pass through and leave your system permanently. The rise of the conscious observer. You will begin to develop a space between stimulus and response. Instead of reacting automatically, you become the calm observer of your thoughts and emotions, granting you the freedom to choose your response and consciously direct your frequency. Part 5. The Daily Practice. Becoming a Conscious Tuner. This understanding is not merely a philosophy, it is a way of life that demands conscious practice. Assume radical responsibility. This is the ultimate act of empowerment. It is the recognition that your reality is your reflection. This is not about blame, but about reclaiming your creative power. If you are the source of your experience, you always have the power to change it. Practice meticulous energetic hygiene. Become a conscious guardian of your inner state. Be mindful of the information you consume, the company you keep, and the environments you frequent. Learn to ground and clear your energy field daily to maintain a pure signal. Cultivate stillness. A daily meditation practice is the most effective way to quiet the static of the 3D mind and tune into the clear signal of your higher self. It is the act of recalibrating your inner receiver. Trust the mirror. Your only task is to tend to the self in front of the mirror. Release the need to control how the reflection will change. This is an act of profound trust in the creative laws of the universe. Conclusion. The choice is always now. We stand at the threshold of an unprecedented era in human history. The old structures of separation are crumbling, and a new reality based on unity and conscious creation is emerging. This is not an external event to wait for, but an internal shift to be chosen. Your consciousness is the tuning dial. Your life is the mirror. At any moment, you can choose to stay on the familiar, noisy channel of fear and struggle, or you can begin to turn the dial, seeking the clear, harmonious frequency of your true potential. The journey requires patience, courage, and a deep compassion for yourself as you unlearn a lifetime of conditioning. But know that every time you choose love over fear, gratitude over complaint, and peace over turmoil, you're not only transforming your own reflection, but are also adding a powerful, coherent signal of light to the mirror of the world. The door to this new reality has always been open. The key has always been within your heart. The only question is, are you ready to turn it? The choice is not in the future. The choice is always, and only, now.